Amen.
Such is the promise of the living God. His Son have life, and every living thing be part of him, and nothing else have life. What you have given life is not alive, and symbolizes but your wish to be alive apart from life, alive in death, with death perceived as life, and living death. That's what we were talking about this morning.
Yeah.
Confusion follows on confusion here. For on confusion has this world been based, and there is nothing else it rests upon. Its basis does not change, although it seems to be in constant change. Yet what is that except the state of confusion really means? Stability to those who are confused is meaningless, and shift and change become the law on which they predicate their lives. We were just talking about this morning, how we define life as that which changes and that which dies. This is exactly what the Course is saying, is not life.
You know, this change thing, I just, in codependency, I was, I can't even remember the speaker, but he did a whole talk on if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so I kind of got that change was a good thing. You know what I mean? And necessary.
Well, remember, there is one change we need. We need to change our mind. So
this is true.
So it's not that he's saying that, because remember he says this is about changing our mind, changing our allegiance to our real identity. What this is trying to say is, if you're going to try to change within the dream, you're not really changing anything. You're wasting your time. Change within the dream is not change. It's not, you're not changing your allegiance. Yeah. So it's not that, yeah, he's just explaining how in this world where change seems to be constantly happening, it's really not changing anything, because it's all about the dream of death and it's just rotating around with no real change. A real change would be the shift to the miracle and a change of mind about who you are. That change we need. But this other change is just moving the chairs around the deck of the Titanic is not changing whether it's going to sink or not, kind of a thing. That's what he's talking about. And because most psychological teachings are within the framework of the ego world, a lot of what they teach really is all about just trying to shift things within the dream and not wake up. You realize that, right? So a lot of stuff that we all agree must be true is really not true. It's just what we've agreed to at this point, and 20 years from now they'll totally change that theory. Haven't you watched that happen? And then it'll be a new theory. It'll be a changed theory, but it will be changing nothing, because it will still be about the fact we're just bodies in this dream trying to find a new road to happiness within the same framework. And
actually, that's true. If we don't change our mind to the Holy Spirit, then nothing changes.
It's
So
exactly
nothing,
the same.
it looks like change is happening constantly. Our bodies are changing, our relationships change, but was that a change? Sometimes it doesn't seem like nothing changed, right? So that's what he's saying.
It's like Maslow said. He said, hey, something's wrong here. He said, we're studying, we're defining mental health. We're trying to define mental health by studying mental illness.
Yes.
Or it's like defining life and truth with death.
So that's why we kind of needed this mind apart from this paradigm to start giving us some real instructions in change, because within, like in that tape of any paradigm, within it, you're limited by the box you're in. So you're just circling around, even though there's an answer sitting right over here. You can't get to it because you're in your limited, and that's where we are when we're in the ego mind and in the world. Basically, he's trying to say you're trapped. In fact, he says you're caught. You're caught in a dream. You're not getting out of there without help from another mind that isn't in the dream. You've got to go outside this dream to get instructions on how to get out, because you're caught. Like a little rabbit or something.
Oh.
Or a mouse.
Oh.
I know you love animals. I just like to bring it up. Okay, is it your turn, Judy?
The body does not change. It represents the larger dream that change is possible. To change is to attain a state unlike the one in which you found yourself before. There is no change in immortality, and heaven knows it not. Yet here on earth, it has a double purpose, for it can be made to teach opposing things, and they reflect the teacher who is teaching them. The body can appear to change with time, with sickness or with health, and with events that seem to alter it. Yet, this but means the mind remains unchanged in its belief of what the purpose of the body is.
That makes sense. Hey, right?
Right on.
Sickness is a demand, the body be a thing that it is not. Its nothingness is guaranteed that it cannot be sick. So the body's nothingness is guaranteed that it cannot be sick. The body cannot be sick.
It's interesting.
In your demand that it be more than this lies the idea of sickness. For it asks that God be less than all he really is. What then becomes of you? For it is you of whom the sacrifice is asked. For he is told that part of him belongs to him no longer. He must sacrifice yourself, and in his sacrifice are you made more, and he is lessened by the loss of you. And what is gone from him becomes your God, protecting you from being part of him.
Could you explain that, please?
What part? Just
You
give me.
must sacrifice yourself, and in his sacrifice are you made more. I don't really.
Which one was it? He must sacrifice. He must let you go off and be separate, because we are demanding that our body be more than nothing. We're demanding we be our body. Our body's something. This is my special place. This is my special identity. So we're demanding that he let us go out of the oneness. So it says, he must sacrifice yourself, and in his sacrifice are you made more, and then God is lessened, because you've become now a separate thing, and God's over here. Now, this is just in our fantasy. Of course, this isn't true, because you can't make God less and us be more, but this is what we're asking for when we ask for specialness, and we ask that our identity get to do what it wants. It's really kind of what we're asking when we think of God as a vending machine that's going to serve this little identity we have. You know, you come in here and make what I want to happen, happen. You see, and so that's what he's saying, is you need to understand your whole idea, your body is sacrificing your real identity for you. Your oneness with God is sacrificing your awareness. And you think he's sacrificing something. You. When he knows you're not gone, you're just dreaming. So this is just another way of restating what he said about the separation. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
But I also have I don't have a larger part of God in me than you do, as we get back into this equality thing, which sometimes, you know, I do occasionally visit that idea.
Oh, is that the special idea? The special portion.
Yeah, as I'm getting more in touch.
Deeper.
Yeah, keep working. Yeah.
And the last sentence says, when the ego adopts something else as God, it protects us from God.
Right, exactly. That's now we're defending ourselves from, and we're afraid of God because it's going to take away this thing we've made. So that it's really kind of restating what we've said. Sometimes these words look like they're saying something different, but when you write, but they're saying exactly. He restates this, like Jim keeps saying. I think I'm starting to get it. He's saying the same thing over and over and over. He's just using all different words just in case one of them gets through to you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that adopting something else as God means to value ideas and things of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's used to protect you from him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.